All right, let's see if this is working. Is it working? Did I do it right? Let's see here. Live stream is starting. It says we are live. That is a very good sign because that is what this whole thing is all about. Let's see here. Okay, Dook, I gotta pop out my super chat window. My pop out chat window, I mean. Where is that thing? I gotta figure out what all these things are called. Pop out chat, where are you? Pop out chat. Okay. Let's see here. How's everybody doing? I gotta tweet this out. Un momento, por favor. Is it unlisted? Did I make the video unlisted? I think I did. I think I need to make it public so that people can find it. Unlisted, public. There we go. Okay. Now I gotta save this. Okay. Oh, it's a beautiful Tuesday, the 2nd of January, and I'm already breaking all of my New Year's resolutions. That's called New Year's resolutions. Let's see here. Where is this thing? Gotta figure out how to publish this thing so that I can get... I made this video unlisted, and now I can't figure out how to make it public. Let's see. Are you guys seeing this publicly, or is it? Are you guys here from the link I posted on Twitter? Michael Average says, can you get a stream tip donation link? I don't know how to do that. I was looking into that. I'm still kind of a noob to all this stuff. But, yeah. I had a bunch of people requesting I get something like that set up. I looked into Stream Tip today, and yeah, I'm going to be figuring that out probably tomorrow. Today I had a bunch of stuff to do, so hopefully the next time I do this, there will be a lot more options. Okay. Are you guys seeing this? Oh, wait, check. Somebody said the audio is a little low. Let's see what that's all about. We're just getting set up. Check. Test. Test 1, 2. Testing. Testicles. Sorry. It's just a body part. Testing. Yo, check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Those levels should be a little bit more enjoyable. Are those some enjoyable levels for you guys? Are these enjoyable levels? I'm really curious how many people are going to be watching this today because I decided to do this at 4 o'clock, which, from what I understand, isn't the best time to do it because there's a lot of people still at work. But I don't know what time people do these things. When is a good time to do a live stream? Because the way I see it, it's like, you know, everybody's always working. In some time zone, people work around the clock. It's not like there's some good time to post. You know, you're always going to miss someone. So I'm just, I just picked a time that was good for me, and this was a good time. So hopefully it's good for everybody else as well. But I would love to know if anybody knows of specific times that are good for live streaming. If people have done research on this, on when is convenient. Thank you for the super chat, Wags Nida. Okay, I'm still getting set up here. Anybody here from yesterday's live stream? Yes, I am going to be making an announcement today. Well, this actually is not the official announcement, but I'm going to be giving you guys a sneak peek at something. And you guys will know what the announcement is afterwards, but I'm not officially announcing it yet. So you gotta kind of help me keep it a little bit of a secret still. But you can still tell people. So it's a secret, but it's not a secret. Okay. Still getting over my flu phlegm condition. Cause I'm a morning person. I'm a morning person in the morning. I saw that in the chat window. I keep calling the pop out chat window a super chat window. I keep getting top chat, pop out. See, now I'm mixing up super chat, top chat, and pop out chat. There's too many chats. There's too many ways to say chat on YouTube. All right, people, I'm going to tweet this link to the live stream so people know to watch. I've now officially wasted 7 minutes of your time by doing absolutely nothing, but we'll get down to it. Don't you worry. We're going to get down to business in just a minute. You just hang tight for just a minute. Let's see here. Ooh, if you missed the live stream yesterday, you missed yours truly singing a live version of I'll Never Get Naked in Your Shower. It's true. If you did not check it out yesterday, you missed me singing that live. It was quite fun. We had a good old time yesterday. We live streamed for about 2.5 hours or something like that. I lost total track of time. We weren't really doing anything. I'm surprised anybody came out, but there was a lot of you came out. It's pretty awesome. Thank you for the super chat, Peter T. Car phone still gets blasted on repeat some days. On repeat! Wow. You are a patient young man. Okay. I've been playing with some of my settings today per some of your requests yesterday, and it seems to be helping. This seems a little bit more stable. I'm not sure if this is playing back at 60 frames a second, though. I cannot figure that out to save my life. I'll figure it out. I'm just taking this one step at a time because, I have a tendency to dive headfirst into things and then I stress myself out. So I'm just trying to enjoy this because this is fun. This is low pressure. We're all just here hanging out in our free time. And, what more could you want? It's just life. We're all just here trying to have a good time. Do I make my own songs? Yes, I do make my own songs. Reed Wolf. I also... sing other songs sometimes, like in the shower and when I'm just bored. I watched the live stream after it was live. Is this lameness? No, that's not lameness. That's, that's what we call live to tape. So, a lot of stuff gets watched that way. It's just the way it is. All right, for real, I got to do this. Now, this is going to be kind of low-key today. I'm not going to be on super long. I'm just going to tweet this out and talk for a little bit. Let's see here. Somebody said it does not look like 60 frames a second. That's good. Thank you for the tip. Helpful to know. I am going to wait for... It looks like people are still coming in, so I'm going to wait a little while before I get to the meat of this. But we can still have some fun. We can spend some time in the chat and, we can have some fun, do whatever you guys want just while we're waiting. We can take our time. There ain't no rush to this. You guys have somewhere to be? Is that because it looked to me like you were just on YouTube, looking through YouTube videos. No, I did not get paid for Techno Jeep. Jeep actually they wanted me to make another one for them, and I said no, because I had just finished making that one, and I had no desire to make another one because it was just so much work. Okay, let's see here. I really don't know why you guys are watching this, because this is just super boring. Okay, this is the link I've been waiting for. This is the link I was looking for. Okay. It appears that I've made a fatal error in my YouTube stupidity. Once again, I set up a live stream. I'm in the wrong live stream right now. I just realized this isn't even the right stream. I set up an event, and I don't know what happened, but I set up a live event in advance, and then I started streaming, and it just started streaming in a new event. It's not using the one that I promoted on Facebook and Twitter, so I'm not sure what's going on. I got to figure this out. This is a problem. This is definitely going to affect the viewership, because people are in two different chat windows. Maybe I should try this again. Maybe I should. I think I probably should, because I'm not sure what this is. I'm not sure what this is all about. What is going on right now? Did I just make a big boo-boo? I think I just made a big boo-boo. I can't have people go into two different videos. People aren't going to know what's happening, and then they won't even get to hear what I'm going to say. People won't even get to hear the big announcement. The big announcement that's not even an announcement to begin with. The real announcement will be happening later this week. I'm waiting on, what would I call it that wouldn't give it away? I'm waiting on an approval from some people who are taking their time to make the official announcement. There you go. That's a good way to say it. Okay. Let's see here. I don't know if I should start. Are there any YouTube pros in here that can advise me on whether or not I should just start over? Should I just start in this stream and start a new one with, I don't know how this stream is going into a new... It's a totally new stream. This is not the one I had set up. Day asks, thank you for the super chat, Day. How do you feel about Logan Paul vlogging a dead body in Japan? Would love to know your opinion considering your break from YouTube. This is a tricky one for me because, I love Logan. Logan, he's a sweet guy. He is, I've known him for a couple years. I don't know him super well. We've worked together a few times. I know him well enough to know he's a super sweet, well-intentioned, kind-hearted, warm person. And I read about the stuff that people are talking about, all the drama. It's unfortunate, The internet is a double-edged sword because it is there's an immediacy to it that's so beautiful. Like, we're sitting here doing this totally unscripted, impromptu thing here. But you know, I'm gonna come back to this because I'm still trying to figure out my technical issue. I wanted to get this started because I saw this super chat and I didn't want to miss it, like I missed a bunch yesterday. But yeah, we'll come back to Logan because that's a very good question. Why do I wear a bandana now? I'm wearing a bandana because my hair is a mess. If I took this off, you would not want to see what my hair actually looks like right now. Okay, so let's just see here. You guys are saying the sweetest things to me in the comments. You guys are so sweet. What are you trying? Are you trying to date me? Are you guys trying to date me right now? Because this is kind of weird. Just take the link to the stream and tweet it out with the message saying that the previous link was wrong. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to do that, Schmobin13. Thank you. Thank you for the tip. Let me get this link. Where is it? I'm so bad at this. I should not be doing this. If this were a heavy piece of machinery, you would all be dead. You know, I will say this is going better than yesterday because, you know, maybe yesterday I had a better time planned to do it when everybody wasn't working or at school, but at least today I'm not fumbling around as much as I was yesterday. Yesterday was a total mess. Okay. I've got to find the link to this stream. I have no idea how to find it because somebody tweeted to me again. Somebody had to tweet this link to me yesterday because I couldn't find it. I'm going to need somebody to do that again if that's okay. Somebody tweet the link to this stream to me so I can find it. Good Lord. Let's see. Thank you for the headband support, Lizzie Balsam. I like my headband too. I'm not going to listen to the haters because the haters gonna hate. To quote a very smart person. I'm joking. That was not me. I'm not insulting Taylor Swift. But when you read the lyrics, it does sound kind of hilarious. Haters going to hate. I'm going to check my Twitter and see if anybody's tweeted the link to this thing yet. Yeah. This is a mess. I've created a disaster here. Everyone's tweeting me saying it's the wrong link and they can't find where I am. I've really messed the whole thing up. I'm really sorry. We've been going for 20 minutes. I don't know what to do. I feel like, I feel like this just needs to be ended, and then I should start over somehow in the new stream. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to close this stream. Everybody stay put. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to try to figure this out. Is that the right thing to do? I think it is. I don't want to create a bigger mess. Good Lord. What have I done? Forgiveness. I ask forgiveness from everyone watching. Okay. I've found it. I've found the link. Okay, here we go. Last link was wrong. I am live. We are live right now. We are live now here. Let's try that. Check, check. Okay, this is looking good so far. I updated Twitter. Good Lord. I keep messing this up. The internet's getting too complicated for me. Maybe I'll just quit you. Maybe I should just be Amish at this rate. With my luck, I'm basically Amish. I've come full circle. Actually, I've come half circle, because half circle would be the opposite. I'm no longer technologically... I'm technologically impaired now. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, man. I hope I haven't totally butchered this. Nobody can find this. Everyone's tweeting me saying they don't know where it is. Let's just wait a second and see if everybody shows up. Okay, this chat window looks like it's taken off again. Maybe that means people are finding it. Let's see how we're doing. Let's see if everybody's found it. Love me some tweets. Garbage. I'd rather eat Randy. We've been going for 22 minutes, and nothing's happened. That's great. Really good. We're off to a great start. Okay. Is everybody seeing this stream, like, pretty easily? I mean, 400 people are here, it looks like. But that's about... that's a fraction of the people that were here yesterday. So that tells me that people are not finding it, and I don't want to say anything about what I came here to talk about until people find it. But we've already been going for 22 minutes, and you people are just waiting very patiently, and I'm just wasting your time. So this is a predicament. Either I keep wasting your time, or I leave everybody else out who can't find this thing. I'm not sure what to do. We'll just chill out for a second, see what happens. I got an idea. I'm just going to look at the chat window for a little bit. We'll just hang out. We'll get caught up. Okay, we were talking about Logan. This will be a good. I guess we can finish talking about this if you want. Because somebody had super chatted me and asking me about that. So technically, I'm on the hook to talk about it. But yeah, Logan is. He's. I love Logan. He's a sweet guy. And I think he had nothing but the best intentions. I can't speak for him, and obviously. This is a touchy subject. I do think, the internet is a double-edged sword because there's a beautiful immediacy to it, and that's what people have loved about it since the beginning. Is the ability to just post stuff without a middleman. Without before the internet, you had these huge conglomerates that ran everything. The big media companies who ran the news and the entertainment, and they controlled it all. So when the internet came, it kind of turned that whole system on its head, and it was beautiful. It put the power of distribution into the hands of the creators directly. The creators didn't have to. They no longer have to answer to the conglomerates. I mean, it's starting to change a little bit now because there are. It's becoming a very complex system now. It's not as free as it used to be, especially with net neutrality and stuff like that. But what I'm trying to say is that before the internet, and even before the internet, if you wanted to say something publicly, you had to go through all these approvals, and there was a huge process for releasing content, because the corporations who were creating that content could not afford to make mistakes, because they would get sued, and the company might get shut down and have to fire all their employees. And so what's beautiful about the internet is that it puts that power directly into the creator's hands. That's what I love about YouTube, is being able to create stuff and put it here for you guys, and we're connecting here live. I'm looking at comments and talking about what you guys are. We're having a conversation live. It's so cool, But the crazy thing is that when you put the power in the creator's hands, like we have it today, it's so much easier to make mistakes because we're all sharing information at a rapid pace. We're not taking the time to put things through approvals and get hundreds of people to watch it before we release it properly, and and so it's kind of there's no good answer for how to deal with things like this, where somebody uploads something and it takes off on the internet because it's offensive, or somebody's hurt, or it's inappropriate, or whatever. This is not the first time this has happened. This happens all the time, and I think it's just because the internet is really it's a double-edged sword, and I think you just have to be really careful what you say and what you do, and you have to be really I don't know. It's just an unfortunate scenario. But I love Logan. He's a great guy. And I think he just made a mistake, and I think he's apologized for it. And I know that he said he doesn't expect to be forgiven. But my heart breaks for people in that position, because I know that he wasn't trying to do anything wrong. I know he was just in the moment, and it's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate for everyone. So there's that. All right, I'm looking back at the chat window again. How many years are there in a year? How was it making Techno Jeep 2.0? Well, if you're talking about the Kia commercial that I directed this year, a few months ago, it was really fun. I loved that, getting to make that. I was super honored they asked me to do it, and I loved it. I thought it was such a great experience, and everybody that worked on it worked super hard. We rehearsed for 3 days, and can't remember the last time I made something that difficult. It was a lot. It took a lot of work, but it was worth it. I loved it. I was also super sick when I was making that. The week we filmed it, I was super, super sick. I had this disgusting illness. Thoughts on net neutrality? Yeah, I'm bummed that it's not looking good. It's a huge deal, because I remember, this is going to date me, but I remember, you guys, even young people watching this are going to, you may or may not be aware of what a beautiful thing the internet is. It was free, totally unregulated, and people always want to ruin that. People always want to control it, something that's wild and free, and I think net neutrality is just another example of that. It's nothing new, but it's also probably the biggest example we've ever seen of something like that. The internet is arguably the biggest invention of all time, because of just what it's done to the world. And so trying to bridle the internet, that's a huge deal, just because of the size of the invention that the internet is. I think that's why it's such a big deal, but it's really unfortunate. I think a lot of people probably thought it was coming for a long time. I also, I'm not 100% sure if that's I'm not sure if it's 100% final or not. I can't remember if it was. I think it is. I think it's 100%. I think it's just done, and then it's just going to be censored now, which is I was super bummed when I heard that. Have I seen Chester C lately? No, I haven't. But Chester, I would love to see you. I miss you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for bringing Chester C back into my mind. Philip Pearson. Hope you're having a great year, Chester. And Grace. Holy crap, didn't know you directed that. I was actually mad that they stole your video idea. Oh, the Kia commercial. Yes, no, that was definitely something I was a part of. Okay. What do the big YouTubers mean to you? They were small when you were big, and now the tables have turned. Do you plan on collaborating with any of today's big ones like H3, or Casey Neistat? Yeah, you know, I love all those guys. I think it's awesome, personally, what's happened to YouTube. Nothing else should have happened. It shouldn't have happened differently. You know, everybody who's big on there is big for a reason. I feel fortunate I've been able to kind of come back and just jump right back in and pick up where I've left off with a lot of you. Obviously, nobody takes the amount of time I've taken off without doing some work to get back where you were. But, you know, to me, it's less about views. And, you know, it's not about I'm not really concerned about getting back to the amount of views I was getting back when I was posting all the time. It's more about getting to talk about the things I want to talk about because, you know, I think it's like it's one thing when you're if you're not getting to do what you want to do, you're not getting to do what you want to do. That's all there is to it. It's as simple as that. You can get all the views and all the money in the world. If you don't want to do it, you still don't want to do it. And that's the point I came to. So I was like, I got to stop this and just figure out what I want. And then here I am. Okay. Let's see how we're doing. All right, I'm going to actually have to probably get on with this sneak peek here because I want to show you guys, but also I've got to go soon. I don't have as much time as I had yesterday, so this is going to be short and sweet today. But I wish I hadn't fudged up the freaking link because I feel like there's people who are looking for this. There's like, you know, it could also just be working. I wanted to wait until there were as many people here as were here yesterday, but I can't tell if they're not here because I messed the link up or if everybody's just still working. They might just still be working because it's still early. But you know what? That means you guys, the 500 of you that are here watching right now, you're going to get the sneak peek. All right, I think before I do that, I missed a couple super chats. So let me see here. What are your future plans for this community? Marcos Martinez. Great question, Marcos Martinez. You know, I want to have a way where we are actually hanging out like this and talking regularly. I don't know how much. I'm not sure if it's like, I don't know what people do with live. Do they do it daily? Do they do it a few times a week? I don't know. I mean, I feel like I could probably do this daily. I think it's, I like this. I'd like to do more of this because I've enjoyed getting to kind of see what you guys are thinking about and talk about things in real time. I personally am a fan of this because I don't really get much out of browsing through Facebook feeds or Twitter feeds or Instagram feeds and looking at comments and replying. To me, that just seems like a chore. I really don't enjoy it at all. I kind of hate using social media. So if I could find a way to connect with you guys, like, you know, if you guys are enjoying connecting like this, I might just keep this up and then supplement it with the other things I'm making. So that's the answer to that. William Webster asks, hey, Julien, longtime fan. My name is William Webster and trying to get my name out on YouTube. Any advice for smaller channels? William, I would just say figure out what you want to make and stick to it and try to release as much of it as you can. That's the game today. All right, let's see here. The sneak peek has nothing to do with Jeffrey. It has nothing to do with Jeffrey. And actually, it's, you know what? I think it's time to just start the thing. I think I'm going to start this because, and then we'll talk about it. I'm going to show you guys a little 2-minute video. And it's actually more of an audio clip. There is video just to keep it a little less boring, but it's mainly audio. And, yeah, I'm going to show this to you guys, and then we can talk about it. But this is totally unofficial. I want to reiterate, this is not an official announcement. I knew that by doing this live, it would be a much smaller audience, and so I wanted to see you guys. You guys are it. This is us right here. The people who are here right now, when I just flip on a camera without telling people in advance that I'm going to be here, you know, and then, you know, 500 of you show up, or yesterday, I think there was thousands of you that showed up just like on the drop of a hat. And, you know, those of you who do that just show up when I'm just off the cuff, to me, that's my YouTube family. And those are the people I want to give this sneak peek to. So this is not an official announcement. You will see an official announcement from me later this week. But I am super excited about this because I've been kind of preparing this for the whole last. I was working on this for all of 2017. Not this video specifically that I'm about to show you, but the project that the video is about, rather. So without further ado, I'm going to try to play this video, and then we can talk about it. Let's see where it is. This is a trailer for I guess I can start by saying this. I am starting a podcast. There's the pre-announcement. Starting a podcast. Woohoo! And I'm super excited about it, namely because I love talking to you guys, and that was the one thing I realized was, you know, when I realized how much of a chore it was engaging with you guys on social media, I was like, I wish there was a way where we could just, like, talk. And so I was thinking about live, and I was thinking about podcasting, and there's a lot of, people are guessing it. People are already guessing it in the comments of the podcasting thing. I saw ahead before I said it, people were, they were on to me already. But so I am super excited to announce this podcast. It is going to be called Spellbound. It is called Spellbound. And I am super excited to show you this video. I'm going to show you a little trailer. Do you guys want to see a trailer for the intro episode? Breakfast 2.0. I think the comments are a little more delayed today. I'm going to go ahead and start the video. Let's see here. I'm going to add this media source. I wonder if you can drag and drop in here. Surprise, surprise, people. I am starting a podcast. Welcome to episode 0. This episode doesn't even really exist when you think about it. It's kind of like life. It's kind of like being here on planet Earth. Everything's an illusion, right? I recently turned 30. Been reading a lot of books and talking to some of the authors of those books, like Martin Ford, author of New York Times bestseller Rise of the Robots. Martin talks to us about artificial intelligence in the workplace and how it's going to change our future economy. We're also talking to Esther Perel, relationship and sex guru. If you don't know who she is, get out from under the rock you're living under. Andrew Rader talks to us about how to disarm a flat earther in conversation. Andrew's a Mars One candidate and a mission manager at SpaceX. This guy might literally be one of the first people to live on Mars. We're also going to hear from Dr. Richard Elliott Friedman, one of the world's leading experts on the Bible. He's also the author of Who Wrote the Bible with Sources Revealed, and The Exodus. I wanted to have a place to talk about this stuff that wasn't connected to social media or the news, and that wasn't driven by fear, because so much of what we're told through entertainment and media is driven by fear, and I thought it would be just really refreshing to have a place to talk openly about some of this stuff and discuss it amongst ourselves without outside influence. So Happy New Year, I'm Julien, and this is my new podcast, Spellbound. Well, not this one technically, because this is still episode 0, but the next one. That one will be Spellbound. Drop me a line, hello@spellboundshow.com. I want to hear from you because I want this to be a conversation. I don't want to just talk to myself here. I could do that in the shower. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an episode. Your phone will automatically download each episode that way. If you're looking for it on iTunes, have patience. And be sure to check back January the 8th. I could not be more excited about it. All right, and we're back. So that is Spellbound. That's actually the intro episode for the podcast that you just heard. Episode 0, they call it. And I'm super excited about this. We've got some amazing guests lined up, and we've had some amazing conversations already. And I could not be more excited about this because this is the stuff I want to talk about. And it can be fun. It can be funny. It can be... And it's also just really important that we be talking about these things because we live in a really pivotal time right now. There's so many things coming to a head all at once right now. You know, we have this amazing tool of the internet, and we're all sharing information at a rapid pace. And I know the internet's been around forever already, and it's not like a new thing, but it really is kind of coming into its own finally. And it's a mainstream thing that is changing, it's shaking everything up. And I think, the fact that there's so many countries in the world that are becoming melting pots now, just like America. And I think it's so important that we be talking about our differences and what we make of the world and what we make of these inventions that are coming out. You know, VR is going to be a huge game changer. I don't think people realize how big of a deal VR is going to be when it's out, and it's actually indistinguishable from our own reality. And AI is going to really shake things up in the next 20 years once it has human-level awareness. People think it's not going to happen, but it is, and the only people denying it are the consumers. The people who are on the forefront of this are not denying it, and it's going to really be a game changer. Some of these things are huge, and we have to be talking about it because we get to decide how we use this stuff for the rest. You know, we're going to get these inventions first. We're going to get this stuff first, and we get to decide how to use it. And I think it's super important we be talking about this stuff. So, so Spellbound is going to start next week, next Monday. I could not be more excited about it, and I can't wait to. One of the reasons I wanted to start this live channel was because I wanted to find a way to include you guys in on the podcast, because I don't want to just make these episodes and then just fart them out there, and then just they're just out there, and then there's no engagement. I want this to be a conversation between you and me and the people I'm talking to on the podcast. I want to talk to them and hear what they're thinking, and then I want to hear what you're thinking about what they're thinking, because there's a huge opportunity here for us to. I just think that would be an amazing conversation. Never before in the history of the world have we been able to have conversations in this capacity, and that really excites me. So. What do you guys think? I'm going to let the comments catch up because I think it's taken a second. I'm going to maybe take a minute-long break here, and then I'm going to come back and look at some comments here. Let's see here. I've got some super chats I missed. I can catch up on those while I'm waiting. Nilo says that we don't get to choose, the megacorps do, and I agree. You're right. That is totally correct, and all the more reason we should be talking about this publicly. One of the big things for me when I was away this year, or last year in 2017, when I took a year off from my YouTube grind and from social media, was I couldn't even decide if this was a good thing, if it was good that we put ourselves on the internet as personalities, and I couldn't decide if it was even a good thing. But the thing that kept pulling me back was the power that these corporations are going to have. They already have so much power, but VR and AI and not even just inventions. I want to talk about a lot of other things in Spellbound. Yeah, we've got stuff with relationships and history and science and space. But specifically to the inventions, since I saw that in the comments, I do think that's one of the things that is pulled me back into YouTube, was just thinking I want to have these conversations, because I think we've got to make these conversations public, because we have power too. The internet is a powerful tool, and when we band together on the internet, we have an unstoppable power. And I think I think, the corporations have the power to introduce the technology, but we are the consumers. We're the ones that that are going to use this stuff. So they have to answer to us, and we are the ones that are going to buy it. And so they answer to us. Whether or not it doesn't make a difference who's making it and who's in charge of how it gets introduced. We are the ones that use it. And so I think it's important we be talking about this stuff. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to catch up on some of these here. Somebody said, I love your take on the internet and technology. Thank you, Scarlet Witch. I'm still getting over a little bit of a cold here. Scarlet Witch. It sounded like I just insulted you, but that was your actual username. Thanks, you Scarlet Witch. But anyways, I am going to have to run here, but I'm super excited to have that cat out of the bag with you guys. I've been wanting to tell you about this podcast for months. It's taken me way longer to get it up off the ground than I'd hoped, but, all in due time. And how appropriate, how awesome that it's starting at the beginning of the year. I think that's super cool. So, anyways, thanks for joining this live stream, super last minute. I hate to rush off, but I'm going through all these comments here, and I'm just loving all the support. It looks like you guys are freaking out and super excited. I'm so happy you're as excited as I am. I can't wait for this podcast to start, and I can't wait to release episodes and then do this and then talk about the episodes and say, like, okay, what do you guys think about this technology that's coming out, or this idea that's going around, or this thing that came out in the news? We get to decide how we talk about these things. The media cannot shove this stuff down our throats and tell us how to feel about it. We get to have a conversation in public. We get to shove it right back in their face and decide what we make of this stuff. And I think that's just super cool. So I'm glad you guys are into it. This is the response I was hoping for, and I'm glad it was for a small number of people. I'm glad it was for less than 1,000 of us. You guys, we're the team. This is the team. We're the team that's you guys heard it. You heard it first. Everybody here was the first to hear it, and that's super cool. So I'm really excited. It was a small group of us, and my voice is hurting again, so I'm gonna wind this down. But I will be back again soon. I'm loving this live stuff. I appreciate you guys popping in so last minute, and I want to hear also what you guys think about Twitch, because I've heard from so many people I need to be checking out Twitch for live stuff. But I haven't checked it out yet. So curious if there's any Twitchers in here that would like to see me there instead of YouTube. So I'm open to that. But anyways, thanks for hopping on here so last minute. And will the podcast be on YouTube? I just saw this comment. I should answer this. Yeah, I'll probably end up releasing the first few episodes on my channel just so that people know it's out. It's not out on iTunes yet, I don't believe. I think it's still undergoing their approvals, and that's what I was talking about earlier when I was being all cryptic. But it's not. It will be out on iTunes in a couple of days, the intro episode that you just heard. And you'll be able to subscribe to it at that point. But as long as you're following me on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook, you will know where to subscribe and when the podcast is ready to be listened to. But it'll be out next Monday, and super excited. So thanks for the support, and I love you guys. This is so much fun. I'm loving this live stuff. This is super cool. And I've got to go, because if you can't hear, my voice is just exhausted now. But you guys have a great rest of your night, and I will see you soon.